Hey, everybody, and welcome to Wear Mighty Things, a podcast based on the Roosevelt's fashion brand and all the fans who love them. My name is Dustin, and I'm your host. This is episode 4 of Wear Mighty Things, recorded on March 22nd. Each and every time on Wear Mighty Things, I am joined by my incredible co-host all the way from Staten Island, New York.
Yeah,
hey,
baby.
John,
Yeah.
what's good? What's good?
What's going on, my friend?
How you doing? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, dude. I have been at the Game Developers Conference here in San Francisco all week. I've been changing shirts twice a day, and people are noticing, like, hey, you changed your shirt.
I love seeing the post on Insiders. They're like, I'm going to Disney for 3 days. Is 10 shirts enough? Like,
I know.
and you sit there and you question, you're like, maybe.
Well, you want choices. You want choices. Like, I mean, there's so much to a Roosevelt shirt that's a mood. You might have 10 favorite shirts, but then things happen and situation evolves. You need a tropical Mickey and you might not have it. So you got to have options. You got to have options.
I agree completely. I love it.
Speaking of options, what are you wearing this week?
What am I wearing? Well, I got three things on.
Nice.
So I'm wearing the Roosevelt San Diego tee on.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Mosh Isley just posted. They just changed the logo on their page for the San Diego. So
Ooh.
I think tickets are going on sale soon.
Ooh.
And then I have the Disney 100 hat.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oh, yeah, baby. And then I got this one right here, the Scare Floor, the Monsters Inc. Scare Floor.
Wow.
I love this one. I really hope we get it one day as a hoodie. I love this design. I think sometimes I like this more than Doors.
Wow.
What are you wearing, my friend?
Well, you know, it's funny is I could have brought in my BMO dad hat because I picked one of those up in the Adventure Time drop, but I am wearing the Island Smilin'. This is not a tux. You're seeing the bust of me. I love this shirt. Of course, there was the exclusive at Orlando, the pink colorway, which is a really great looking shirt over
that
here.
You did score. You got both of them.
I did get that one. Yeah, I got one, and I was at the end of that line and a little nervous, but I made it through, so I'm happy. But Island Smilin', one of my favorite Disney shirts.
Did you get the shorts? Did you buy the shorts for the retail version?
No. I gotta work my way up to feeling like wear a tux because
you can rock a tux. What are you talking about?
Look, I got some what you call pasty white legs and no amount of bronzer. Well, you're right. Who does care?
Who cares?
See,
nobody cares.
All right. Funny you should mention those guys. Before we jump into the news, and we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
A lot.
Yeah, we learned a whole bunch of new fun things. Lots of new drops for us to chat about. Roosevelt's in Tokyo, mysteriously.
Ooh.
Why? We've got a lot to talk about. Since the last show was dropped, we are now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Oh, baby.
You can find us on Overcast. Of course, if you're watching this video, you're watching us on YouTube. Hello. Hi, we're waving right at you.
You see our smiling faces.
Exactly. So I'm super, super happy. And I don't know, John, if you noticed, but over at the Wearable Fandom channel on YouTube, youtube.com/wearablefandom, we got a new logo. Did you see the new logo on Wearable Fandom?
Did I see the new logo? Of course I saw the new logo. You got to show me anyway, buddy.
I am going to show you. And yes, indeed, this is something that's been in production for a good while. My very good and old friend, Alan Alligato, spent a lot of time.
That's 7 years, right? It's been about 7 years on that logo, right?
Maybe. Yeah, no, not really.
It's been a long time coming for the logo.
It has, but in truth, he's a very consummate professional. He's a former Disney Imagineer, and he and I go all the way back to high school.
Ooh,
and so we had a discussion. In fact, at MegaCon, while everyone went to Epcot on Saturday and learned about the pin trading, you know what I was doing?
What were you doing?
Talking about this logo design with Alan at MegaCon. So I'm really, really happy about it. We've got a couple of different cuts of it, some really great colors. If you haven't seen it, of course, I'm flashing it up here in front of you. But really,
oh my God, that looks amazing.
Thank you. What a reaction.
It sounds like things are going well for Alan. He used to work for Disney and now he works for Wearable Fandom. I mean, it sounds like things are going right on up in the world.
Totally. But let us know what you think about that logo. Is it tracked? Does it make sense? Did we make a mistake? You know, you can drop a comment below this video if you're on YouTube or if you're listening to us on your mobile device via podcast, you can send us an email at wearablefandom@gmail.com. We love to get fan mail. We read everything, all comments, and we respond to
Literally
almost
read
everything.
everything.
We
Literally
read them all.
cannot explain to you. Literally read them all. Any comment on Wearable Fandom, any comment on Facebook or Instagram or whoever DMs me, literally read every single one of them because I love it. I love it, good and bad. I love it.
Now, John, there was a little bit of a lark. I actually put some of the shirt reviews production on hold because I got really excited when the Jim Henson Archives drop came through. And I reached out to a bunch of insiders and basically asked them to sing the Muppet Show theme, the original Muppet Show theme.
You did, and I have to talk to you about that because somebody didn't sing it. Somebody didn't sing the damn song.
Who didn't? Who
didn't sing the song, Dustin? Who didn't sing the song?
Oh.
Who didn't sing the song, Dustin?
Moy?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you didn't sing the song because I don't sing. Maybe on the cruise I might sing a little bit. If I drink an excessive amount, maybe I'll do karaoke. Maybe. It's a big maybe.
Maybe but my ass.
We're doing it together.
Yes, Islands in the Stream, and you don't even know that song. It's
but we'll do Ebony and Ivory. That's what.
Well, okay, same era. It's the same era.
There you go. First of all, I loved what you did. I loved. It's so talented. You got that done so quick. So many of our friends joined us for that, and that was a hell of a time. But you didn't sing the song, Dustin.
Well,
what was that about?
Well, the answer is actually sad because
Don't make me feel bad.
Here's what really happened. So I wanted to make sure that video got dropped before the Muppets shirts came out. And they weren't Muppet shirts, by the way.
Muppet shirts.
That was just all me.
And someone gave you shit about that. Did you see that? Someone gave you shit.
No, I think they really wanted to make sure we weren't disappointed. So I think they were trying to manage expectations. But yeah, they could have used a slightly different language.
I said, you asked me to do this. I pulled up the DM because this really bothered me when watching the video. Because I don't sing. And I sing really poorly, Dustin. But I was like, Dustin's my friend, and I'm going to do this and be a part of this little thing he has going on. And I said, quote unquote, you know I'm going to suck at this, right? And you were back, ha, 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 ha. You and me both.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you weren't in it.
Okay, well, I'm in it from a creative standpoint, but here's the story of what happened. I wanted to make the deadline. And so I got all of the awesome folks who participated, and I really love and thank you for those who participated. It was super cool. Really appreciate you taking out the time to record that. It took me so long to edit it, John, that I had a choice to make. Record it with me singing it or release it ahead of the milestone. And so I chose to get it out in time instead of putting myself in it because I'm like, you know what? I'm actually editing it, so I'm in this. Everyone knows that I'm in this. So that's the real answer. I just wanted to do a more complicated version of the video. And so, yeah, that's why I wasn't in it. But I'll be in it next time. I'll give myself a little bit more lead time. I won't get crazy.
You did so good with that, and that was a lot of fun. And, like, I hope you kind of plan more of these because, like, even though I don't sing well, I had a lot of fun with it. And
I'm glad.
You made me look a lot better than I actually am. And I appreciate that.
It was a good time. And I just got a wild hair, and I was like, oh, I could do this. I could have done another drop of shirt reviews or something along those lines. But it was fun, and community reacted. People seem to have a good time. So yes, we will find some way to do this again, John. We will find it. We just have to find that moment. So if you got an idea and you want to float it by me, I would love to hear your ideas.
Yeah. I love it, man. Let's do it.
So I understand that you have been given some thought about how you might decorate your set, your wall, like your setup here. Tell me what's going on with that.
I'm really excited to talk about this.
Okay.
So I've gotten a lot of shit from a few of you about my wall. I've gotten more messages than I'm proud to admit about the blank wall. And initially when I told people, I was like, I'm going to order a flag. I'll put a flag there, just like Dustin's got. Dustin's got a nice flag. I think that'd be cool. We both have a Roosevelt's flag. And then Kyle Keller, who I love Kyle. Kyle is like one of my best friends.
Kyle Keller, the amazing of flag fame.
Yes, the elf flag. Kyle offered to send me his flag. The one that he had, he offered to send me his flag. The flag, yes. Woo! Which I swear was very tempting. But as much as I love the idea, I didn't want to take it away from him.
Yeah.
I couldn't take. He said that he would order a new one and what. I'm like, bro, that's your flag. Like that is you. And like, I want you to have that. He has it hung up. Kyle will sometimes post pictures of like his rack, and like you'll see like he's got the flag like hanging right up right there, and like it looks super cool and badass. Yeah. And it's like, man, I don't want to take that away from you, man. I don't want, as much as I would love to have it here, I don't want to take that away from you. So I was talking with a friend and had this great idea about what if we decorate the wall with pictures of listeners. So if you want to be on the wall, message me a picture of you, and I'm going to get printed out at my local CVS. And I think it'd be fun over time. You're going to see this whole wall with pictures of insiders and listeners of the show.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love that idea. But so, can we add the caveat of you need to be fully clothed and appropriate?
You don't have to be fully. No, this is my wall, damn it. We can. You know how to blur things out, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to like have to checkerboard blur things out every single episode.
Nobody. First of all, no one's sending me those pictures except maybe for you a little bit. But
wow,
those will go on the opposite side of the wall. So I'm just looking.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, send those, but also send another one that we can show on the
air. send pictures for the back of the wall, and then you can send pictures for the other side of the wall for me.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Imagine? Can you imagine? No, I imagine this is going to go really bad. I think some people are gonna send it. But look, so if you want your picture on the wall, just send me a message on Facebook with the picture that you want printed, and just write a little something saying, "Hey, I want my picture on the wall," and that's it. And I'm gonna print it out, and then just over time, we're gonna see this wall fill up. So awesome. Every episode, you may see a few more pictures on the wall. You know.
What a cool idea! Yeah, you can do that.
So it's blank right now, but if you want it filled up, send me your picture.
Noted. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna send you a picture so I can look at me looking at the back of your head.
For the back of the wall or for the front of the wall?
The listeners will never know.
But that's what we're doing. So
awesome. Well, we were joking around before we came on the air about a couple of things, and I decided that we were going to have a little bit of fun before we jumped into the news. So, John, I have a few Southern sayings. And I'm going to tell you what they are, and I want you to tell me what they mean, okay?
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay.
So I want, what does it mean, John, to tump something? Tump. T-U-M-P. Tump. Yeah. What does it mean when you tump something?
Tump. How is this a PG-13 thing?
Yeah. This is all good. This is all safe for radio.
This is safe for radio.
Exactly.
To tump something.
Tump something.
Oh, it kind of sounds like tup. So maybe like to put it in like Tupperware.
Oh, neat. Not a bad bad idea.
Which is not guess. It. I know.
Not a bad guess.
Tump. T-U-M-P.
Yeah. Tump. Don't look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
All right.
I mean, all right. I'm gonna go with putting something in Tupperware, but I know that's not it. I know.
Okay.
I know that's not. That would be way too easy.
In Texas, you say "tump" when you want to turn something over and dump it out. It's a contraction of the phrase "turn it over and dump it out." Tump it out.
Oh my God. Okay.
Tump it. Just turn it over and dump it out.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. A little bit.
All right.
Give me another one.
Second question. What is a Southern person trying to communicate when they say it don't make no never mind? It don't make no never mind.
It means it doesn't matter?
Yes, it does mean that. Yes. I guess you're smart. You got that one.
Yeah, I'm just so smart. You have no clue how smart I am.
Okay. All right. Now I got a little bit of a math question. It's not a math problem. God. It's not a math problem. It's a math question.
Oh.
There is in the South, you've heard people called y'all. People say that everywhere, actually, a lot more than they used to. People say a lot worse
things in the South, too.
Yeah. Y'all, right? But there is a plural of y'all. Do you know what the plural of y'all is?
I'm assuming it's not going to be y'alls.
No.
Well, I guess the plural of y'all would be y'all, right? Y'all could mean, how y'all doing? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. There is but there is a numeric relationship with when it goes from y'all to the plural of y'all. So let's change this question. What number do you think it happens to be at when it goes from singular to plural? And then what do you think the plural is? So it's two questions. So what's the number?
Okay, well, it can't be 2 because that would be too easy. So let's say 3.
Okay.
Um,
And
and what is the word?
what is the plural?
Would you say this is a word we would ever use? It? Like, am I going to hear this and be like,
No. Are you
you're like,
me?
there's no shot you're getting this
That's
shit.
no fun. That's no fun. Actually, it when you hear
I
it,
just
you
didn't know,
might
am I
say,
going to feel stupid after you say it?
No, not any more than usual.
Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate the lovely comments you're giving to me today. I really love doing this podcast with you.
You said 3 people triggers the plural. And what is the plural?
Yalf.
I like your answer better than the actual thing. Are you ready for this nonsense?
I'm ready for it, yes. So how many people is it?
First of all, it's groups of 5 or more.
Okay.
Go
5. Okay.
5.
So you really wouldn't use this in most situations.
No. And you wouldn't know this unless you grew up with it either. But the plural of y'all is all y'all.
All y'all. Okay.
Yeah. You said y'all's, which was pretty close. I was like, well, that's not a bad guess, but all y'all. All y'all.
All y'all. All right.
The plural of y'all. All y'all's triggered at 5 or more people.
Is that something that's still used today? Or is that something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
All y'all get out of here. All y'all get over here. All y'all listen up. Oh, yeah. I can hear it. I can hear it in my head.
All y'all be sure to listen and subscribe, baby. Let's go.
That's right. All y'all listen and subscribe to this channel. Exactly. Thank you for playing Southern Idioms.
Thank you.
And you did pretty well there. You got one right, but we had fun, and that was the main important thing.
We should do like a version of the Newlywed Game one day between me.
That's a great idea. We could totally do that. We could do that live. We could do that live with listeners. We could do something like that. That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Or we could do it on the cruise. John, tell us what's the latest on the cruise. What's the latest on the cruise?
So the cruise, I can't I still like wake up and can't believe like, holy shit, people are coming on the cruise. Found a great spot for the pre-party on Thursday night. So if you're I can't stress this enough. For 2 reasons. Even if you're not coming to the pre-party, please come to Florida a day beforehand because the ship will leave without you. Okay, you do not want to be there Friday morning and your plane gets delayed and you're wondering whether or not the ship is going to leave without you because your flight's delayed. The ship will be gone. So please be in Florida Thursday. Be there Thursday. Come in Thursday night. I don't care. Look, please come with us to the pre-party. That's going to be announced later on. But please, I can't stress this enough. Come to Florida the day before. Come a week early. Go to Disney World. You know what I mean? Go to Disney World. Spend time with your family, and then you'll spend the weekend on the cruise. Just do not show up on Friday. Can't stress that enough. Can't tell you the amount of people who miss their cruise because they're flying in the day of, and something happens with their flight. It happens all the time. Okay, but a bunch of you have booked the cruise. And we're getting more requests and more bookings all the time. And I can't believe how much this has blown up. I saw that you put in your deposit.
Yeah, baby.
So you're there. You are confirmed. You are booked. You are going. We are going to have a great time. And I just can't express how much fun this is. I'm working on a bunch of group activities and things that we're going to be able to do together. And it's just... I cannot believe that like it's happening. I know for a fact I'm not there alone. We will all be there together, and the other people on this cruise ship are going to be very confused why there's a million people with awesome shirts.
Why is everyone wearing Tropiglow?
They're like, where did they buy? Is this in the gift shop? Like, nope, baby, it's Roosevelt's time. Look. Just book the cruise. And I can't believe the amount of people who are first-time cruisers are coming on the ship. There's a lot of first-time cruisers coming on. People have never done this before. So like, I'm like super excited. And I hope they like it. I hope this doesn't like scar them if they don't like it. You know, I love cruising. Cruising's great. And I'm just so blessed on how many of you have booked it and are coming. And we're going to have this great, amazing time. So just look up Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise 2025 on Facebook. It's in the event page on Insiders. And there's a link there to fill out your information. And then Jeremy Jenkins will get back to you and help you book your room. And, the earlier you book, the more you save. And it's only $100 deposit per person, regardless of which room type you book. And you have up until February 9th to have it paid off in full. So there's a lot of time to have this whole cruise paid off. And, we're going to have a great time. It is definitely a time and experience you do not want to miss. So super blessed. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, and I cannot wait. It can't come soon enough, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you have in store for activities.
I'm looking forward to seeing what I have in store for activities, too. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait to see myself.
Well, let's talk a little bit of Roosevelt's news. A few things have happened in the past week or two. Yeah, we're recording about every 2 weeks to make sure we've got enough to talk about. And I spent a lot of time watching Mr. Morrow, paging Mr. Morrow, Nate's videos, and I happened to see that he was in Japan with Steve and Scotty from Roosevelt's. What's going on there?
I think that's interesting. I think, obviously, I don't know what Nate's contractual behind the scenes, whatever is. But Nate is 100% part of the Roosevelt's crew.
Yeah.
But I think to have Steve, who is, one of the owners, and to have Scotty, who's the assistant brand manager, who, by the way, Scotty is also just a sweetheart of a guy. If you've ever met Scotty at a meetup, he is just, he's a sweetheart. I freaking love the hell out of Scotty. I think I just, part of me thinks that there's something more to this trip other than just hanging out with Nate and going to see Tokyo.
Yeah.
And part of me, I know that there's been an effort to expand globally in Roosevelt's. I believe that they're in Japan now. I believe you can order off the Roosevelt's website. I believe they have a separate Japan website now. There's been some talk about them coming to the Star Wars celebration that's happening in Tokyo. So that could have something to do with it. I do wonder if there's going to be trying to be more of a retail push. See that in stores. I wonder, they are going to Disney. Is Disney and Roosevelt's teaming up to do something internationally? We also did get that hat. I don't have the hat, but we did get that hat with was it Japanese lettering?
It's more specifically, it is katakana. Katakana.
Right, it was that. Katakana.
Yes, there's katakana letters are the ones that are often used when you have like loan words or brands like Apple, and if you've got like a Western brand, they will basically use the katakana letters. If they don't actually use the English, sometimes it doesn't get translated. I think you're on the right track there with the idea of getting ahead of celebration, getting the lay of the land, trying to scout out and understand the places. Looked like they were having a great time. I am planning to try to go to Celebration, and the tickets are going to go on sale, I think, the 2nd of May this year for next year.
Wonderful that's city. 1 week before the cruise.
No. Is it? No, really? No. Celebration? Star Wars Celebration?
Look it up. Pretty sure.
Tell me it's not April 18th to 20th on 2025.
Right. And my cruise is April 25th.
Okay. Oh man. So
are you skipping out on the cruise?
No. I'll be there. If I come back, that'll mean I'll be all messed up for the cruise, which can only be solved with extensive drinking, John.
Sounds like a great time to me. I don't know. Real talk. You're my friend. If you have to miss the cruise because you're going to Celebration, I'll understand.
No. I put money down on the cruise. I'm going to the cruise. I can do both. Okay. Yeah. But here's one thing that you need to know. If you live in the U.S. and you go to Tokyo, you fly over there. When you come back, you go back in time.
That's true.
So when I leave Japan at roughly 4 p.m. on, say, Friday afternoon, I arrive on Friday morning, 9 a.m. in San Francisco. One year, my birthday was on a Friday, and I celebrated my birthday in Japan, got on a plane, and then I celebrated it again. I got to celebrate 2 full 48 hours of my birthday. Check that out! It was cool. It was
That's
fun.
Like when you have divorced parents and you get to celebrate it. It's like the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. 2 Christmases, 2 everythings, 2 birthday celebrations. You got me. Well, I hope they're having a good time. It looks like they were. And my favorite part of the Mr. Morrow video, I don't know if you've watched it, but
I did.
The evidence that Japan is a highly civilized society comes in many forms, but more than any are the incredible toilets. Are you familiar with the incredible toilets? Nate didn't know like all the functionality of it. It raised, it lowered. He didn't figure out. I'm betting by now he's figured out how awesome those toilets
I'm
are.
hoping he did. Otherwise, that can get a little messy.
The bidet is real. Like people are just, they don't know what it is. They haven't experienced it. They have no clue. Those of you who are listening and know exactly what I'm talking about, you're like, you're giving me that Zach thumbs up.
There you go.
We also heard that the Roosevelts put up an event for D23 later this year in Anaheim, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of activities there. Any chance that you'll be at D23?
I would love to be at D23. I can't imagine how much those tickets are.
Yeah.
Are you
$200 for the 3 or 4 days? Yeah.
That's not terrible. Now, would you say those sell out as quickly as like San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah. I've never been to D23. But I already have a hotel room already booked and paid for. I booked it 4 or 5 months ago.
When do your tickets go on sale?
They go on sale this next week. So I think the 26th is the day that
so I got a week to figure this out.
You got a week, and it's $200.
Ooh, this is tempting because I know Roosevelt's is teasing they're going hard for D23. I mean, so I guess Roosevelt's was there a couple of years ago. I think they've only been at D23 once. I don't think Roosevelt's. I think this is Roosevelt's second time at D23. Because the first time at D23, we got bangers every day. We got Deadpool, we got Trippy T, and we got Grogu Snacks.
Yeah.
Those were 3 banger shirts that still hold their value today. I mean, so Trippy T is my number one whale. Trippy T is my number one shirt that I know I'll never get because I'm not spending $500 on a shirt. It's just not happening. And it's only going up in value. So it's just never going to happen for me. Look, I know it. I've accepted the fact that I know it's never going to happen. And, I always wanted to go to California. I would go out there.
You've never been to California?
I've never been to California. I want to go to California so bad.
Okay, I've never been to Staten Island, so we're equal
that's
on that.
That's the same. That's definitely the same thing. That's.
I want to ride the ferry. I want to see Colin Jost's house.
If you were coming to New York, we would take a ride. We would do the ferry. We would do the ferry and get a beer and drink it out of a paper bag and then
as one does.
There are people. So the ferry's free. It doesn't cost anything to go on the ferry.
Right. I did not know that.
Right. And you didn't know that. And you probably would have bought a ticket off the homeless person. Because the homeless people, they sell tickets to the ferry.
I might have. I would be surprised. I'm shocked to hear that something in this world is free.
Right. The ferry is 100% free. You just walk on. But there are people standing there collecting $5 and they hand you a piece of paper that says 1 ferry ticket.
It's all written and scrawled.
Exactly. It's great. And there are people every day that pay money to go to the ferry.
Oh, that's so good. What a scam. You got to respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Respect that hustle. Put some respect on that hustle.
But I want to go to D23. I want to go to Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland. I want to go to be in the park that Walt built and walked around in and whatnot has got to be something special.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to go to all the Disney parks. It is a bucket list dream of mine to experience every Disney park.
Very cool. And you know what? If you want to go to Disneyland, we can go to Disneyland. Just you just come out and we'll go to Disneyland.
That'd be super cool.
Doesn't have to be with D23 because that's going to be the most rabid Disney fans on the planet are going to be there.
Right. No, that's true.
I'll be honest. A big part of why I'm going is the shirts.
Of course. That's what we're all doing here. We're trying to get the shirts.
Stephen Gebhardt, the CEO of Roosevelt's, went on the See Nobody Cares podcast,
Yes, he did.
Ollie and Ballgame are the hosts there. A really awesome cast. If you're not listening to it, you should check them out.
Yes.
And they're really great insiders.
Merch. Did you see that?
I did, and oh my gosh, the shirts look so cool. I love the little Tiki Man. I ordered one of the Tiki Man pins. Did you get one of those?
I missed that. So by the time I saw it, they were all sold out. I believe that they were all sold out. They did a limited run of pins. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was out on that.
I'm really like, it's got to be a good T-shirt for me to wear it. We've had this conversation, so I didn't get one of the T-shirts, but I did get the Tiki Man pin. And so if they make a button down, I'm there in spades. But
I think that's coming. I mean, not that I know anything, but I think that's
good.
I think that seems to be in the direction they might be trying to move.
But the most recent podcast, they had Stephen Gebhardt from the Roosevelts, and he talked about a few things. He gave a little bit of insights into how the backpacks got distributed and what he learned from that process in terms of how not to do it. I guess
how not to do it.
he literally had a random spreadsheet. He was putting people's names in, and then he was using a randomize function, and it just got too chaotic. And I guess he's got a new plan if he wants to do that. I talked a little bit about some of the cons that they're going to do. They've obviously got the big ones, Comic-Con New York, etc. Emerald City is a permanent must do on their list. So Emerald City is always going to be there, which is really great to hear because it's a good event. I'm going to strongly try to go next year if I can. Yeah. Here's the thing. We've talked a little bit about pins and what's exciting about them. Let me tell you what Steven said that he's working on.
Tell me. Okay? I'm ready to hear it.
All right. This is going to blow your mind. Okay. They're working on a system where they can deliver certain unique pins. And all of the pins, of course, he confirmed come, in foil, which is exactly what we've said and we've seen and shown photos of those. But certain pins will be one-of-one pins. And some of those one-of-one pins, wait for it, are going to be made of sterling silver or 24 karat gold. Or maybe it'll be a character or sort of a pin that already exists, but it'll have gold elements. On the reverse of that.
There's more?
There's more.
Dun, dun, dun!
On the reverse of that, there might be a QR code or a string of numbers that maps to a one-of-one shirt. And he used the very specific example of a golden kraken. So a gold kraken is like the pin, think the kraken, but with 24 karat and silver. And if you redeem the shirt, it's a one-of-one gold kraken shirt. Can you believe that, John?
Holy shit! My
I knew you'd
God!
love that.
Holy hot damn! Okay. This is going to be bad for my wallet. So, let me get this straight. So, you're going to order pins off the Roosevelt site. We don't know what we're getting. And you could potentially get a one-of-one pin that you could then redeem in for a shirt.
A one-of-one shirt. A one-of-one shirt.
Now, did they say how that sizing works? You say what? So is it? Did he say how sizing works?
Oh, he didn't say anything else. He said they're working on this, and they thought it was really amazing. Let me just help you with that. It's a one-of-one shirt. They will print the shirt after the person finds it. They get the size. They send them the size. Right. That's how it's going to work.
Wow, that.
Right, so. I listened to that and I heard it coming out of his mouth, and I had that. It was like that little nuclear explosion in your brain, and then the only thing I could think was, "Oh my God, John's gonna flip out."
Oh my God!
How amazing is that?
Oh my God! So how many pins are we buying?
Yes.
All
of them.
All of the pins. All of the. Oh.
So that's amazing.
All of the pin. Oh. This company.
Now you think about this. Think about what a new with tags 2X gold kraken one-of-one is gonna be worth.
And Aaron's gonna get it. I'm sorry, but Aaron,
of course. Well, he's the whale hunter, and
Aaron is gonna get it. I know he's gonna get them all. Don't even try. Aaron's. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's now. Did we get an ETA?
No. He did talk about how they sit around and they're thinking up ideas, and he gave some credit to some of the other team members for whom these ideas are coming from. But I just thought that was a really awesome idea, not just because of the exclusivity of the shirt, but they're creating this unique methodology and the narrative. There's a narrative now behind the quest that results in the pin. You could imagine, take this, at Epcot, you guys were going back around at the pavilions and you were just trading and swapping. You could do a scavenger hunt, and maybe on the scavenger hunt, you find pins, and one of the pins is going to be one of these shirts. You could put them in boxes, and you could let people at events, like when we do fan events or on the cruise, we could buy a box of pins, make a scavenger hunt, and maybe one of them has that on there. The pins can just become not just a cool collectible for you, but it can also become a way to integrate into the fun of all the other things that we're doing when we're getting people together. So I just think this is a brilliant idea, and and I love it.
We have to talk about the resale market. I mean, with Roosevelt's, there is BST and eBay and whatnot. In terms of resale value, I guess there's a couple of different ways you can go about this. I mean, you're going to see people buying pins and selling them blind, not opened.
Yes.
But if someone, so I guess what's going to be worth more, the physical shirt or the unredeemed code?
That's a great question, because there's probably a time limit for the redemption. You can't just like leave this for 60 years and then somebody comes back and goes, I guess shirt,
I guess you are right.
Do you know how it works for sports cards? Maybe that's a good way. Or Pokemon cards, any collectible cards.
Well, I mean, I remember when I was younger, I used to collect sports cards, and occasionally I would get what they would call like a fabric card, and that would be like a piece of like a player's jersey in there.
Or, yeah. Those are.
Or there would be I not that I ever got one, but I know of like autograph cards, but like they're not in there. Like they give you a code, and then they're kind of like the same thing. You go on the website, and then you put the code and your address and everything, and then they mail it to you. But I've also seen inside some autograph groups, I guess for whatever reason, they can't fulfill it. And they send out something equivalent. And people aren't always happy with that. It's a decision. Do you want to be a brand that has collectibles? I mean, I think as a person that enjoys collectibles, I think you would agree with me on this, is the fun is the hunt, like especially in BST too. Like I'm saying, like I know I'll never get my Trippy T, but like back when I'm always hunting for a Trippy T. Like I have that want and that need, and it's kind of fun. And then like like maybe one day I'll get it. Maybe one day I'll finally bite the bullet. I win the lotto, whatever, and I get one.
Yeah.
But part of the fun is the hunt. I like the collectibles. But I also don't get butthurt over it. Like I mean, I know the chances of me getting the 1 of 1 pin, like probably not going to happen for me. You know what I mean? I'll be happy though for whoever gets it.
I just thought this was a really fun way to drive the pins. The pins are also ambassadors for the brand, because in this case, the pins are going to look exactly like this 1 of 1 shirt. So you're going to know what you're buying. I just love it.
I got chills thinking about that. Holy crap.
It's super fun.
This is a really great way to drain my bank account, because like I was already planning on like I was already sold on the pins. Like I was already going to buy, but now that there's the hunt for the 1 of 1 shirt, damn it.
Yeah, well, it's a golden ticket, baby.
It's like Willy Wonka.
That'll do it for the news. Let's talk a little bit about shirts now. For folks who have been with us for the previous 3 episodes, we've gone through and talked about each one of the shirts. We're going to do a little bit more efficiently.
As it turns out, as the analytics show, you kind of don't like that.
This is the downside of having a product manager as your co-host on the podcast, John. The metrics matter, right? The metrics matter.
Yes, the metrics matter. So,
but at the same time, I think I realized that I would rather spend more time gushing on a shirt that I love than talking about one that's kind of mid, right? So,
sure, no,
so
of
I
course.
I think it makes sense. So we're going to go through each of the collections. We'll talk a little bit about the collection, and then John and I will both tell you what our favorite shirts are. Some of the time it's going to be the same shirt, but of course, I've learned a little bit about your taste, and we're going to differ on a few things. So we'll talk about both the shirts in that case.
Yes, absolutely.
So the Roosevelt's had the pastels release that came out, which was really targeting spring.
Yes.
There were a number of really great shirts, some with some fantastic names and women's cuts. I'm kind of curious which ones were the one that resonated with you the most.
I love the idea of the solid colors because quite literally, I mean, look, you're going to be going on job interviews. You're going to be going up to family gatherings, and grandma may not always like the the fun shirt that you have. Your mom may want you to put on something nice, but you still want to feel like fresh and that special Kunaflex, that
Take
you got
off that Nightcrawler shirt.
You want Kunaflex, but some people it's not always the most appropriate time at grandma's funeral to wear the special fun patterns. I love the Seafoam Fury. I've always been a big fan of that turquoise color. Of course, my favorite one's going to be Egg. I mean, Egg's going to be my number one. I like the funky patterns. I like to be out there. I think that's a great Easter shirt. What about you, my friend?
Well, it's definitely Egg for the win. And I'll tell you, here's what I loved about and why I picked the Egg. Not just because the design is cool, it has the pastel colors of all the other shirts in one shirt.
Oh my God. You're right.
So I love the solids, and as we've talked, I definitely really enjoy rocking like a non-crazy Nightcrawler type shirt.
Of course,
Sometimes,
there are
but
appropriate times for it.
yeah, but of this bunch, the egg hands down the best
Egg
of the
hand,
bunch, and I loved
but
it.
you knew that. You knew
Yeah,
that already.
we knew it.
We
We
knew
knew
it.
it. Okay, let's move on. Then the next bunch came out for the baseball shirts, and there were a lot of really fun shirts in the baseball bunch.
There was, and that sold out much quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I like them all. I mean, I think these are all pretty cool, especially if you're a baseball fan. I think for me, number one is the scorekeeper. That was the one that I kind of like. Even though with white shirts, you got to be a little bit careful about getting it dirty. I still think the scorekeeper gets it done for me.
Yeah, the scorekeeper is awesome. However, I got to give credit to the Bleacher Bites. I actually really liked that shirt. It had a lot of snacks and treats on it.
It did.
Scorekeeper was cool. I really liked all of these, but the Bleacher Bites just sort of stood out and was like a fun shirt that you could imagine wearing. It's got pretzels on it. It just reminded me of the fun of all of those characters.
The next drop is your baby.
What time is it?
It's Adventure Time, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, Adventure Time. I did a separate review video that you can see here on Wearable Fandom, going over each of these shirts in detail and talking about what I loved about them. For me, the boss is Who's Who of Who, and it's both colorful. John, I wore this shirt out to parties last night.
Yeah.
I got 15 comments in 1 hour.
Ooh,
people
baby,
love that shirt, and I also got the BMO dad hat.
You got it all, right? You got the whole. You got the whole.
Hundo, man.
Your wallet.
They're all.
Hurting.
Yeah, I know. It's still like cinders. There's like an outline, black cinders of a wallet over here on the floor. But the Who's Who of Who, I just love that shirt. It's blue. It's got all the characters, and that is the most complimented Roosevelt shirt that I've worn.
Really? Wow.
Man.
That's a statement.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, well, people love this shirt.
And definitely shows how big the Adventure Time fandom really is.
Yeah. How about you? What did you love?
I mean, for me, first of all, all these shirts are great. Because I like the patterns and stuff. I like the big patterns. I think, and for the most part, we got that here. I mean, the one that stands out to me, if I were to buy one, was Come Along With Me, which might be a little simple. You know what I mean? For like that's a simp shirt. I don't know. But that looks like a lot of fun to me, and I think to me that's the winner. But I also feel like if I had a deeper understanding of the show, I would maybe feel different. But just on looks alone, what aesthetically pleases me is that one. Come Along With Me. All right. Next we got the Jim Henson.
Yeah, the Jim Henson
you
archive.
made your special video for that you did not sing.
Yep. I sure did.
What was your thoughts on this collection?
Okay. I really like these shirts, and I very much appreciated these. I'm going to do a review of these separately so I can get down into it. But at the high level, the best shirt of the bunch here for me, What the Fuzz. What the Fuzz?
What the Fuzz?
It's got Muppet vibes. The color palette, it's all over the place. I really loved it. How about you?
I do agree with you. I think looking at them right now, What the Fuzz, I think, is definitely the winner. I honestly, it's kind of a tie between that one and By Henson's Hand. All three of them are actually phenomenal. I'm looking at them right now, side by side. All three of them are really phenomenal. I think What the Fuzz, though, gets the slight edge from me, though. Sure. Seriously, like a great drop, though. Sincerely, like where every shirt is like, damn, like that's a fire shirt. That is a good, all of them. I can truly understand why any one of those three would be the winner inside somebody's eyes.
Prediction, John. Prediction. Yes. You heard it here first. Legit Muppet shirts D23. I'm calling it. I'm calling it, baby. I'm calling it.
Oh, baby, you're calling it.
Muppets at D23.
That would be intense. I think that would drive some people crazy.
I think so too. Let's take a look really quickly at the breakfast balls. There were a couple of shirts for
the Georgia Invitational.
Yeah,
I think the 4-course meal, though, I think that's the one for me. Not a bad drop, though, especially if you are into the whole golf thing. I'm into the mini golf thing. You're more of a golf aficionado, so I'm interested to hear your take on this.
I've got to say the 4-course meal is the best. And what this reminds me of, if you've ever gone to small diners, Greasy Spoons, they'll have these little characters drawn on the menus.
They do. And yes, that's true.
So So you've got pimento cheese sandwiches that are walking around here. You know, you've got azaleas. You've got all kinds of fun stuff here. I love it. I love, and you know, these are all pie-eyed characters, right? So similar to Pie Eye Party. But I love the green. I love the collar. I think that's the best one.
And now we make our way to WWE. Dustin, are you a wrestling fan?
I am a wrestling fan. I have been for a long time. Yeah.
Still.
Does it surprise you?
I guess, yeah, a little bit. I mean, not that it's a bad thing. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't know you as a wrestling fan. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Wrestling is like improv, but with physicality.
Is it improv though? I don't want to spoil the fun for you, but
no, you're not spoiling the fun.
What? No.
Yeah, you just ruined it.
I thought, for the wrestler's
ending,
sake, I mean, like, everything for the most part's kind of planned out, so like they know what's coming for the most part. No, I mean,
they know the big beats, they know how the match ends, but in the ring, they actually have to call the match and they have to pull it off. So if somebody says, "I'm going to flip you over," the guy needs to know how to do that, go with it, and know how to not hurt himself.
I thought it was much more choreographed.
There's a lot of athleticism in that. So now they call it sports entertainment, right? They don't call it, actual wrestling. It's sports entertainment.
Sure. I used to be really into it. I used to be like really. And I have pictures with John Cena and Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. Yeah, you can't see me. Oh yeah. I have pictures with those guys. I used to be really into it.
Nice.
And then I discovered the UFC and I never looked back. I must say, I do see clips pop up every once in a while. And not that I like him as a person, but I'm actually very impressed with Logan Paul and how well he's. I know Logan Paul's a YouTuber. I know he's got some.
He's getting ready to fight with Mike Tyson, isn't he?
Jake Paul.
Sorry,
brother.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. Which can we just say that's a pathetic fight all around? I mean, look. I get it's for the money. It's for the money. I get it. There's a lot of money to be made. If you're Jake Paul. Okay, first of all, if you beat him, you beat 60-year-old Mike. You beat a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, okay. It's a lose-lose, to be honest.
It's a lose-lose. Okay, I mean, great. You beat a 60-year-old man, and if you don't win, it's like, yeah, it's Mike Tyson. Like, of course you didn't win.
Yeah.
And then if you're Mike Tyson, it's like, bro, you got to beat Jake Paul. And if you beat Jake Paul, who cares? It's Jake Paul. Like, and if you don't beat Jake Paul, it's like, bro, like all how tough Mike Tyson is, goes out the wind. Can I tell you, one time Mike Tyson told me to go fuck myself, and it was the scariest moment of my entire life.
Whoa! What? When? In an elevator?
No, at Comic-Con.
Really? What did you do?
I asked him for a picture. He said, "Go fuck yourself." I said, "Yes, sir."
You said, "Yes, sir."
I said, "Yes, sir."
That's the best answer. John proceeds to fucking himself.
I said, "Yes, sir." I mean, that is a scary guy. I was very upset that I pissed him off. He was there.
Man.
He was there. He had a TV show on either Cartoon Network or Adult Swim or one of those channels. So the first question I asked him was, "Well, what made you want to get into an animated television show?" And I swear to God, the answer was, "Well, I really didn't want to, but the wife sat me down and said it was a good idea and we needed the money. So here I am." Which I was man. He was there to promote the show. Yeah. And then I asked him for a selfie and he said, "Go fuck yourself." I'm like, "Yes, sir." I'm like, "Okay, no problem."
That's man.
Salute. I was not, I wasn't going to be like, "But please, Mr. Tight." No.
Yeah.
No problem. I will back away. "Yes, sir. You're still the champ." Like
he's not to be trifled with, even at this age.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Absolutely
you never know when he might slip into form for 10 seconds and just murder lives. Well, which of these wrestling shirts was the top dog for you?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we not only did we get shirts, we got shirts, we got a tux, we got t-shirts, and we got jackets. This is a pretty fire line. Typically, I go for the tuxes. I really like the idea of the tuxes. If we're talking strictly shirts, though, I think retro wrestling's got me. I like that. I think it's a fun shirt. Kind of gives me like a 90s vibe, and I doesn't go directly for one individual wrestler, so you can kind of wear it anytime. And I just kind of like the look of the retro wrestling. What do you like?
I liked all of them as well. I did think there was a lot of creativity. WrestleMania is coming up in a week or so from when we're recording here.
Yes, sir.
So it's good timing for this. I have to go with new world order, the Too Sweet.
Sure.
That was like dead in the sweet spot of the time when I was really paying attention to wrestling.
Oh, really?
And and you had Hollywood Hulk Hogan in there, and Nash and Hall, and just all those guys. A good era for like fun, just who cares storytelling. But to that point though, you mentioned that we did get a couple of reversible bombers, and
those look nice.
Those look really nice. You got one for Stone Cold, you got one for Bret the Hitman Hart. And I got to say, this was a really, really good line. And I really appreciate, one thing I'm starting to realize, the Roosevelt's drops are timed to hit such that it'll trigger that nostalgia. Something's about to happen. Easter, WrestleMania, Super Bowl, whatever. And there's time for you to order the shirt and then to be able to wear it at the event. I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out, but I have found the pattern, John, and I was like, oh man, so if I bought one of these,
the Godzilla shirts came out like 2-3 weeks before the Godzilla movie came out.
So if I wanted to wear one of these at a WrestleMania party, for example, I would totally have it, and everyone would be talking about it. So
are you going to a WrestleMania party?
No, I'll probably watch it home, though. I am going to watch it this year. I've been following along, and I am excited to see if Cody Rhodes will finish the story.
There's going to be a few insiders there. Which, by the way, if we're talking wrestling real quick, we can just touch about this real quick. The Roosevelt's Row hat from Dan Spellman.
That was Dan Spellman, yeah.
Dan Spellman is known for going to a bunch of the wrestling shows. I don't know if he does it for other sports events, but primarily the wrestling shows. And he holds up a sign saying Roosevelt's Row, and he gets pretty good seats every time, and particularly whatever the latest pay-per-view was, and I'm bad with the name, so I don't know which pay-per-view it was. The camera was on that side of the section, good amount of time, he held the sign, caught the eyes of Steve, who like absolutely loved it, and like posted like on Twitter, like X, that he was like who is this guy? Like, this is awesome,
Yeah.
And I think he said he wanted to get Roosevelt's Row at more events, and he made it a special hat,
Yeah,
which
was awesome.
I want to say is a 1-of-1, but then we saw him wearing it in Tokyo, so yes. Maybe this is going to come out on the site eventually. I don't know, or maybe he made 2, one for him and one for who knows. I'm happy for him. I think it's awesome.
Hey man, I'd buy that hat.
I'd buy that.
The name of that hat has to be the Spellman. It has to be the Spellman.
Oh my God, you're so right. That would be. I love that.
That would be super cool. We did also get an incredible Dark Side release of Star Wars.
Yes, we got a lot of Star Wars. That was expensive for a lot of people.
I know, and we did see a couple of things there come true. We were talking about would the Emerald City, any methods necessary, non-color edition, sketch edition, become a color, and here it is, buddy.
Here it is.
Yeah, and a tux on top of that. Let's not forget it's a tux. There was some really good pieces here, but did anything here stand out for you?
First of all, can we just say the magnitude of this drop? Not only did we get tuxes, we got restocks, and we got men's and ladies cuts.
Yes, absolutely.
And koozies. We got koozies too. Mike, they really went out for the special Wednesday drop. We don't typically get a Wednesday drop. And there's a lot of really good shirts here. I feel like the one that kind of stands out to me is the Empire Was Here. That is the one that I kind of gravitate towards. But nice. I really wouldn't say that there's a bad shirt in this drop. I really like this. But if I had to pick one that I was like, that's the winner for me, it was the Empire Was Here. What about you, my friend?
Quite operational was my favorite of the bunch. And it has... the Empire always has the best gear. They've got the AT-AT walkers, the Scout walkers, they've got the Death Star, they've got the Imperial destroyers. They always have the best stuff, and it's got a like blueprinty style approach. But I really love the color of that shirt. That helps it stand out. So for me, I'm giving the nod to quite operational.
All right, did we give them all?
I think we covered them all except for that drop zone. So this was Sakura. Sakura is the spring. If you did not know that in Japanese, it's a Japanese word for the season of spring.
And can we just point out, this is why I love insiders, because when we were told about the drop zone, and if you know this, if you go on Twitter or Facebook, they usually announce the drop zone maybe like 6 or 7 p.m. like the night beforehand, and occasionally they'll put like a one sentence that's just kind of like just a little tease, little hint. With that hint, insiders got together and they figured out that Steve actually wore this shirt in Epcot the week of MegaCon when they did like their fun scavenger hunt. So people kind of figured out like what that shirt was going to be almost as soon as the drop zone was announced. So what did you think of this one, buddy?
It's really tricky because I really love the Tokyo in Bloom shirt.
Yeah,
Um,
I do too. It's a
and
great one.
yeah, exactly. And that shirt is really pretty. It's a really big deal to go see the cherry blossoms. It's so important in Japan, John, that when they have the weather report, they will also have like are the blossoms blooming report, so people know if the blossoms are open. It's a really big deal. And one of the things that is even better than just going to see the blossoms is Yosakura, which is going to see the trees that are lit up beautifully in the evening. It really can be like breathtaking, to be honest. So when I first saw this shirt, I'll be honest, I didn't love it. I was like, oh, it's fine. Like it was one of those kind of reactions. I was like, oh, it's fine.
It's fine.
But then when I started thinking about the dark backfield here and I started thinking about Yosakura, I really started to like it a little bit more. So I've definitely come around. I passed on it because my initial reaction was like, well, it just imploded from Adventure Time. So I'm skipping this one. But
of course. Yeah, no.
What did you think? What was your reaction?
That is definitely a 5 shirt for me. 5.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. They did a great job on that. That was, and I honestly, I think it was one of the best drop zones that we've had in a while. I kind of feel like I found myself a little let down by some of the past drop zones that we've had.
Interesting.
And this one kind of was like, oh, like that is a nice shirt. That's really, I like that one a lot. So I think great job for Roosevelt's.
What were your favorites of any of these? Did you like the egg? Were you a big fan of the Star Wars drop? What's missing from the Henson archives that you would like to see? We want to hear from you guys. Please reach out, drop us a line, wearablefandom@gmail.com, or leave a comment down below. Boom, boom, boom. And we definitely will respond to you. We'd love to get your comments on the cast.
Couple of shout outs. First of all, I want to shout out you, Dustin, because I freaking love you. And you are, I love doing this podcast with you. I can't even tell you how much fun I have. We have a couple of meetups coming up. April 27th, we have the Roosevelt's Dirty Jersey meetup in Branchburg at Willie McBride's. So definitely want to come do that. I am making the trip out there. I cannot wait. It is going to be crazy fun meetup with some really cool East Coast insights. Remember, Roosevelt's was built on the East Coast, baby. And look, we'll be in Jersey. I mean, so maybe HQ shows up. Maybe they don't. Who knows? Only way to find out is to come, or then you'll see the pictures on Insiders and see what you missed out on. So I will be there. So come there and meet up. There's also going to be the C2E2 after party on April 27th. So if you're going to be partying in Chicago, there is a special after party over there. You definitely want to go check that out. There's the Carolinas meetup in Greenville, which nice. I know a ton of people are going to. That is a massive meetup. I don't know if you know that or not, but there's a lot of people going to that.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
I'm actually really jealous because I really want to go to that. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely wish I could be there. And then one of our listeners, good friend of mine, Eric Shilley, specifically, he listens to the podcast. He loves the show. He is doing a special Halloween Horror Nights meetup, October 25th to the 27th. He's trying to get a big group together to go do Halloween Horror Nights. I've never had the pleasure of doing Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know if you have or not.
Yeah, but of course. I lived in Orlando for a long time.
So he's getting a private tour together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to be a part of that, reach out to him ASAP so they can book this and get this going. There is an event page for that on the Insiders page, so definitely reach out to him, join the event page for the Halloween Horror Nights meetup.
Very cool. All right, well, we're going to close out this episode the way we always do. John, what is your shirt of the week, my friend?
So my shirt of the week is actually going to be a hoodie. It is the Wild Pineapple hoodie. Saw Steve wearing this in the Paging Miss Tomorrow video. Looks super cool. I love the, stay wild, rough ride, like just being part of like the Roosevelt's. It's like you're part of the club. And I really like the way that one looks. And so I think after we end this show, I think I'll be ordering that one because that is a sick hoodie. Dustin, what is your shirt of the week?
My shirt of the week is Tikiana Jones, which I really love. It comes as a tux, and it also comes with one of the bucket hats.
Yes.
I actually want to get that and bring that with me on the cruise. I want to get the full tux. So if you see me wearing a tux, it's going to be that one.
Yeah, baby.
With the hat, with the Gilligan hat.
I love that. Now, do you feel like bucket hats look good on you? Because I feel like they look horrible on me.
But no, I think they probably look bad on me. But I think if you match, people will forgive.
That's fair. That's fair. I love that.
I also got to double down on the wild pineapple was super cool. When I saw Steven walking through the back alleys there in Tokyo,
that cool?
It was super cool. I was like, ooh, nice.
I like that. I think you should order one too.
Oh well, maybe I will. Then we can twinsy up.
Ooh, twinsies.
All right, man. Well, that's going to do it for the 4th episode of Where Mighty Things. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. Once more, want to let you know, please reach out to us. Give us your feedback. How can we make this cast better? We're having a great time. Hope you are listening as well. Find us on Apple Podcast, Overcast. You can find us on Spotify. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere that cool people are is where you can find us. So that's it. We're signing off and reminding you to always wear mighty things. So long, everyone.
Bye-bye.